Thank you guys for joining me for another update on what's going on internally and externally, okay? I did get a channeled message. Immature adult age men are less likely to be able to produce children as rapidly as they were able to produce children like roaches, okay? If you are familiar with a immature adult age man who produced children like roaches, and when you call them out on their antics of unhealed childhood trauma, and if they try to negatively impact parental rights, well, methods are being taken so that they're not able to reproduce in the manner that they have felt powerful from doing so. Now, immature adult like age men who reproduce like roaches, it'll be less stress with them, okay? Now let's get into the cards, all right? What Most High, I am your vessel. I am your channel, and I wish to deliver clear, concise, emotional manipulation-free messages. What do you need me to put out? So we have the Emperor here. We have the Death card. And we also have the Eight of Wands. So this can be taken from two perspectives, okay? The first one is if you are the high vibrational male, if you know of a high vibrational male who is standing in their power, they are hearing about a lot of death threats trying to take them from their rightful positions of authority. Now let's talk about positions of authority here with this Emperor card. Some people have thought that you deserve a position of authority if you're in, next in line of the bloodline. But if you just simply lack decent leadership skills, then you don't deserve a leadership position, or you're going to do corrupt, tyrannical things with it. So the rightful leaders are the ones who maintain integrity when they are dealing with very difficult situations that have them at a crossroads of choosing their higher selves and their lower selves. So the ones who are consistently choosing their higher selves and making a lot of sacrifices, they're hearing about a lot of death threats coming their way. Now, this is where we have the second half of the message. Individuals who feel that because they are connected to powerful people, they feel that they want to maintain positions of authority that they're not in alignment for. They're also receiving death threats, and their way of trying to reinstate power is by sending death threats to actual leaders. Interesting, right? So instead of them, facing their fears of the death threats that's coming their way, they're trying to basically make an example by actually targeting real leaders in order to gain this false sense of power that they're more powerful than actual leaders. But they would use their resources, finances, human resources, and burn these resources out just to secure a ill-gotten victory. And this is how they would try to maintain their positions of authority. So we have those, that message goes both ways. Let's see what else is in the cards. We have Ace of Cups. We also have the Emperor and the Knight of Swords here. So let's talk about it. A lot of masculine energy is coming in for this reading, okay? So what this is telling me, love is on the brain, not just romantic love, self-love. Masculine energy is really starting to think about love more. Now, as we can take this from two perspectives, the responsible parties are thinking of how to create a safe space for those that they truly love if they are coming under attack for being natural born leaders. And I don't mean just natural born leaders, the ones who are cultivating their leadership skills. Now, the ones who is not actually leaders, good leaders, but they're in positions of authority, they're only thinking of using the emotion of love to basically maintain a position of authority. These cowardice individuals that I'm picking up, if they have a loving person around them, and if there's children involved, they'll use that person as a shield to avoid the real dangers that come with them not being able to accept that they are simply not cut out for the positions of authority that they have gained from ill-gotten victories. We also have the Eight of Wands here. We have the Queen of Wands. And then we also have the Ace of Cups and the Temperance. Let's talk about it. Women are being listened to. So this is where, if you have individuals using romance as a form of power play to secure positions of authority or to maintain positions of authority that they're not exactly in alignment for, they're having to restructure the way they go about, trying to get attention of females that they would more likely be interested in. So with the Queen of Wands here, attractive women who can manifest on their own are highly being sought out. But with the Temperance and the Ace of Cups and this Knight of Swords showing, those who normally would be very aggressive in pursuing romance are learning to move much more calculated and slowly, because they're starting to see this is making them look desperate, and this is where their weakness will show and their enemies will jump on it. So if you know of someone who is into misogyny, and this is how they have their positions of authority, their enemies are going to use their weakness of sexuality and, seeking external validation from feminine energy that they're willing to disrespect against them and set these people up. But integrity field leaders, they'll simply observe and learn from their foes instead of trying to set their foes up as their foes would set them up. So this is all battle strategy. We have the King of Cups here. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Emperor. And we also have the Queen of Wands again. So we're having reoccurring cards. The Emperor and the Queen of Wands. And we have the Star energy. So a situation is healing, okay? A situation in which what's this situation? There's a situation that's healing. Let's look into it. So this is good news. Balancing of the karmic scales are occurring. A transfer of power is taking place. With this King of Cups, this can go both ways here. Anyone who was, treating people like pawns in a game of chess, and they were negatively impacting all those connected to them, they're healing, because the transfer of power is taking place. As I stated, if you have masculine energy who father children to gain a position of authority, to hide behind the women and the children that they are connected to, they were negatively impacting those that were connected to them. And they did a whole lot of stuff to keep these people close to them by any means necessary. They didn't care if the women or children actually suffered. So the balancing of karmic scales is occurring, and all the negative impacts that these toxic masculine energies forced upon the people connected to them it's about to be taken care of. Interesting, right? And if this is a high vibrational male here, if you have if you are a father, your relationship with your child will be improving as the tables are turning for anyone who's been trying to negatively impact you just being a decent dad, because healthy men have been targeted by toxic men who use women and children as a position as a way to have a position of authority, to hide behind the power struggles and the conflict that they create. So if you can understand this, if you're the healthy masculine here, any toxic masculine that has been going out of their way to negatively impact the way you're being viewed, to negatively impact anything that you are connected to, they're basically, the karmic scales are being balanced with this wheel of fortune. So those who need to be removed out of position will be removed out of position as a great healing is taking place. So this means if you're the healthy masculine, you're going to be able to strengthen those interpersonal connections that you have, and unnecessary conflict from outside sources who are envious and jealous of the skill sets that you are cultivating and maintaining and evolving. Well, their personal life is going to be under the radar of a microscope, and they're not going to be able to maintain sneak attacks your way. Now let's get another message. Now I just saw angel number 1212. We have the King of Cups here. The Wheel of Fortune and the Star. So if you are a conscious father, you are being asked to focus on healing, focus on refilling your cup up while maintaining your responsibilities. You're going to be able to see your work-life balance go into a place where you're going to be able to build stronger interpersonal connections with your loved ones that you care about. Part of being in this current day and age is accepting the setbacks that do come with naturally possessing healthy leadership skills. Let's get you guys a positive information. And this is coming from the Finding Inner Peace inspiration cards. Becoming aware. I am becoming aware of things that are holding me back so I can live my life to its full potential. I have choices. I don't have to be stuck in something that no longer fits. I have choices always. Now, this is a very powerful one. I have the power to protect my energy and maintain a positive attitude. No one can destroy my inner peace. Now, that's a beautiful card here. Let's go 2 more rounds. I like to do these positive affirmations in 3 rounds. I am blooming. I am full of authenticity because I bloom exactly the way I was always meant to. I know the power of my thoughts, and visualizing them will lead me to live the life of my wildest dreams. And once again, becoming aware. I am becoming aware of things that are holding me back so I can live my life to its full potential. Now, awareness is showing up here. Once again, it showed up. So this is going to be a very potent energy for you guys, awareness. It's okay to fail. Every day is a new start, and I will treat myself graciously. I'm no longer willing to let bad experiences take over my heart. It's time to let go of negativity. And I'm becoming aware of things that are holding me back so I can live my life to its full potential. Now, awareness is going to be something that's going to be showing up big for you if you're seeing this video. And let's get a couple of more messages. Interesting. All right. So, if you are a news reporter, this is a good time to take notice of how certain government entities are using social media to appear as heroes, because they're more than likely hiding something. And this will be front page news stories. Also, abusive parenting styles are being exposed. And the very same parents who try to act like they were conscious parents, they're cringing at the fact that they can no longer cover up their abusive parenting styles. Also, if you have people who have got used to having a lot of money, they may be indulging in alcoholism, and you may be able to overhear them talk about financial opportunities that you can create out of their foolishness. Also, false karmic twin flame wannabes can no longer interfere with divine counterparts. And someone is going to be opening up to you, if this resonates. Someone's going to be opening up to you about how they truly feel, and this will it's up to you how you choose to move forward. But this will, they're opening themselves up, being vulnerable with you, so that you can know that the intimacy energy they're trying to create is not just something where they're trying to hook you in at the same time and then just leave you're stranded and having you begging for more. Something tells me you're not tolerating that if you're watching this, but more so, it's where they want you to know they're vulnerable with you, and they want to cultivate an air of healthy intimacy with open emotional communication. So without further ado, that is the end of this reading. All right. See you later.